Welcome to my room. Yes, that's right. My sanctuary, my study. By the way, this is how I dress for bed. A hooded sweatshirt, because I need to have something on my head to go to sleep properly. Isn't that bizarro land? Got Stargate Atlantis cracking. My computer, just keeping tabs on the business online, and that is a good time. So I've always got things on my mind. In fact, hold on a second. No, I don't. I jot down all the things I want to talk about, but then I can't remember them. So, all right, away we go. My wife is out of town for the weekend, and I am home with the kids, and that is a lot of fun. So I'm going to give some reflections as a father. I'm now 18 years married. This summer, my oldest daughter, now 12, will turn 13, so I'll officially have a teenager. I have a boy age 10, a boy age 7, he's in first grade, and I have a little girl age 3. Each one of them the apple of my eye. Yes, I can love multiple people at 100%. Isn't that the miracle? And so I was married in '94. My wife and I did not have kids for 5 years. Every couple's different. Every couple is going to do things a different way. And that's because every human is different. One size definitely does not fit all. And I guess, maybe with some things, it's like meth usage is probably bad for everybody. So there's that sort of thing, I guess. But back to marriage and kids, like you want to hear about this, but I guess you're on this channel to hear my opinion about stuff. That was really good for us because I think I'm a little immature. I think I probably am about 5 years behind, and so we had. I did not like kids. Didn't want to have kids ever. My wife kind of just precipitated it on me, and not in a bad way. She just kind of, said, yeah, 5 years was enough, and it was time. And so I agreed to that, not really knowing what lay ahead. But I do remember, people would, they'd be like, ooh, hold the baby, and I'd stick my arms to my sides, and I'd be like, don't hand me that baby, because you will drop that baby on the ground. And I would not hold him, didn't want anything to do with him. That really, I guess they say that fear is, comes from something being an unknown factor and not really knowing what to do. And I think that's certainly the case with child rearing. If you have an idea of what you're doing, it gets easier. And certainly now I'm fine. I mean, I remember a time where Tammy and I were just at our wits' end getting 1 2-year-old ready and just getting to church on time. And that was like, we had to like plan it out and like every 5 minutes what we were going to do. And now it's just second nature. And then I learned how to actually train kids to do things. And now they kind of do things on their own, which is really, really super even at this age. It just gets a little easier and a little easier. And so I'd say don't be afraid of fatherhood. Just be wise and make sure that child is born under the best circumstances possible. In fact, let's talk about morality. So I was thinking recently, what do I consider virtuous? Because I guess I got a morality growing up. For example, my mother taught me to be kind and affectionate, and I'd say my mother taught me empathy, how to, realize, recognize when someone else is in distress, and how do you think that other person feels? And so I guess that's sort of a very basic level, and maybe the most important one is to empathize with other human beings, because if you don't, then then the golden rule's kind of out. out the window. So anyway, but really, my rules were taught to me by sister missionaries, by Mormons, and basically, when I was 15, they showed up. I was looking for a church to join. I was looking for a religion, and they basically, like, when I started tracing it back, I was like, oh, okay, that was when they kind of codified everything for me. But now I've been thinking, well, okay, what really is, what do I value? Like, if I were just dropped on an alien planet and didn't know any better, well, let's assume some other humans are around, so you have that interaction. What would be moral for me? Like, what kind of code would I have? And so I've been thinking about that, and it doesn't mean I'm abandoning the old one. It just means that I'm, I guess, creating sort of a parallel structure. And so I, what is it that I value that I think are virtues? I value reliability. I think that it is virtuous when somebody comes through with something they say they're going to come through with. And I think I value one of the oddball virtues, I guess, is I've started calling it ballsiness. I really admire people who are who go out on a limb, who try something new, who are out of their element, and you know, someone that's going business to business, putting in applications, someone who, you know, maybe an inventor who, you know, just keeps at it. I guess that's stick-to-itiveness. I had a paper route when I was in junior high school, and I did it year after year. It never occurred to me to not do it or to skip out or anything. It's just something that I had to do. And I remember my father saying that I had stick-to-itiveness, and I think that's from Mark Twain. I'm not totally sure about that. Oh wow, yeah, it's just getting late. Late. Oh, by the way, late for me. Observe 9:42 p.m. That's about the time that I conk out. So so there's that. So I've been thinking a lot about that. I'll probably revisit that topic later on. And so again, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to live their lives. I'm really well past that at this stage. I wouldn't consider myself wise enough to run anybody else's life. But you know, it never hurts to have the light being shed on things from different angles, and to you know, be able to see things from different perspectives and then decide what it is that you're going to do. And boy, if I had to give some advice to my kids, that would be it. The obvious way is not always the right way. Like college, for example, I'd say is a notable example of that. Yeah, don't just assume, you know, because the herd is headed off in one direction, that that's the right direction. It might not be the right direction. It might be the right direction for them. Might not be the right direction for you. So you've really got to kind of figure things out for yourself. And so anyway, so I've been thinking a lot about that. What do I consider moral? What really is the thing with that? Oh, responsibility with procreative power. Ah, that's kids again. Yes, all the way back to the main path. That was a lot of fun. Is that okay? So think about this: if there were only adults in the world, then how would you interact with those other people? What types of interactions would be forbidden? Well, if you're doing something that violates someone else's rights, well, then that's wrong. You're getting into their space. And that person should appropriately react by defending themselves, by trying to get you out of, you know, whatever thing it is that you're doing. So I don't know. For example, punching somebody. It's really not. That's really not. They're not secure in their person or possessions. So anyway, all right, that was a bit half-cocked. But my point is, but when a child is involved, the child really has no choice who they're being born to, and I just think it really, I think it's really terrible to bring a child into the world and have it be under inauspicious circumstances. Now that said, you can't wait forever. If you waited for the timing to be right, you know, to be perfect, I guess, you know, then you'd never get around to it. But I think you gotta be responsible with the DNA there. So there's that. Yeah, I'm 4 kids in. Absolutely just love each and every one of my kids. They're a delight. I like having them around. I like taking them out in public. I like doing things with them. I played D&D with my 2 sons tonight, and that was really neat. Sure, they're going to get on your nerves. Your kids are going to get on your nerves in a way you don't even understand yet until you actually have kids. It's brutal. It is absolutely brutal. So so there's that. So on the one hand, I wouldn't, if you're a you know, a father-to-be, I would say don't be overly afraid of it. Just use your best judgment and move forward. So there's that. I do think marriage is the appropriate environment for a child to be brought into the world, and a big part of that is just the teamwork. That if you have 2 people combining forces under one roof, you really end up with a better chance of that child being socially and economically secure. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that, you know, all is lost if there's a less than ideal circumstance. I'm just saying that I think if you as a already existing being are going to bring a new being into the world, that should really be given careful consideration, because it's really not fair to this new being, bringing this baby, then child, then adult into this world under disadvantageous circumstances. So there's that. How did I get on that topic? Fatherhood. Really been thinking about that. Yeah. So them's my virtues. Is what is it that I really value? Wow. If there's one thing I could change, it would be to be not so critical of my spouse. Yeah. That would be it. All right. Well. Anyway. I hope this has been mildly useful. I'm trying to just get more up on this channel, and I'm not sure, you know, why anyone would be interested, but there you have it, and I hope it was useful to somebody.
Thank you. Willow say thank you with dogs spelled backwards.
Oh, I see.
Banana.
Well, you should thank God. What are you eating?
French toast.
How about you, buddy? What are you having for
I
breakfast?
have some French toast, drinking milk, and eating cereal.
Hi, McKenna. Oh. Hey, McKenna. How are you doing?
Good.
What do you got going on today?
You look, but I can't put an earring in this one because it's a little bleeding a little.
It's a little sore, huh?
Yeah.
So you're just going to have one earring in the other
That's
side?
an ear, a ring.
Okay. There you go.